This is the WJTS News. In tonight's news, Sheriff's Department looking into theft of SUV. St. Vincent Stat Flight moving its base to Huntingburg Airport. Du Bois County Republicans hold Lincoln Day dinner. Kurt Guxell will be in with sports and WJTS Inform. On our Monday with the Mayor segment, we talk with Ferdinand Town Manager Chris James. All to come on WJTS TV News. Good evening. I'm Jenna Schaffer with the news. The Du Bois County Sheriff's Department is asking for the public's help as they look for an SUV that was reported stolen over the weekend in the northeast part of the county. Deputies say the vehicle is a 2000 Honda Passport, silver in color. They say it was taken from a residence located along the 11,000 block of East State Road 56 in the Hillham area. The Passport was last seen around 8 p.m. Friday evening and was noticed missing around 4 p.m. Saturday afternoon. The Sheriff's Department asks that if anyone had seen or heard anything suspicious late Friday night or early Saturday morning in the area of Hillham, Garage, and Baker's Pizza to contact the Du Bois County Sheriff's Department at 812-482-3522. Officials with St. Vincent Stat Flight say plans are in place to move its Evansville-based aircraft to the Huntingburg Airport by the end of April. St. Vincent officials say moving the aircraft to Huntingburg will place it closer to the major requesting EMS agencies in the area. In addition to being closer to the calls they receive from the rural area, the Stat Flight pilots will be able to take advantage of the Huntingburg Airport's instrument approach process. They say that the service will allow the crew to respond to incidents and conditions such as low clouds, heavy haze, and fog that prevented them from doing so in the past. The new location also puts the St. Vincent aircraft and the St. Vincent brand in an area that makes it the closest aircraft to serve Davies Community Hospital, Memorial Hospital and Health Care Center, and Good Samaritan Hospital in Vincennes, providing the patients with faster access to St. Vincent's Centers of Excellence. A crew of 12 people, 3 registered nurses, 3 paramedics, 4 pilots, and 2 mechanics will be stationed at the airport 24/7. St. Vincent officials say the impact will be minimal to the Evansville community and those patients who are being transferred out to Louisville or Indianapolis. Governor Eric Holcomb graced the Du Bois County GOP with his presence Saturday. Here's Zach Gruber with the story.
The Du Bois County Republican Party met for their Lincoln Day dinner on Saturday at the Huntingburg Event Center with special appearances by Congressman Larry Bucshon, President Pro Tempore of the Indiana Senate Rod Bray, U.S. Senator Mike Braun, and Indiana Governor Eric Holcomb. Indiana State Senator Mark Messmer of Jasper, who emceed the event, explained that the Lincoln Day dinner is a great fundraiser for the GOP and a great get-together for the party.
Well, all the Republican county organizations across the state, sometime throughout the year, they have it's a fundraising dinner to support the local Republican Party, helps fund our campaigns in the fall, and we call it our Lincoln Day dinners, and some call them Lincoln Reagan dinners, but it's been part of the GOP's history, for decades, and it's an opportunity to bring your active party folks together. Usually try to get a nice featured speaker. Every 5 to 10 years we get the governor, and when we can get the governor, it makes it even a more special day. So it just kind of sets the stage each year for our fundraising events for campaigns.
Messmer greeted the crowd before introducing U.S. Senator Mike Braun, who gave an update on what's going on in Washington, D.C., along with talking about his experience being around the United States President Donald Trump. A special sit-down interview between Messmer and Indiana Governor Holcomb took place, with Messmer asking different types of questions ranging from policies and public support to even his dog Henry and his many social media accounts. One question that stuck out is, what does Eric Holcomb want out of Indiana?
That is simply to be the best state in the country that offers an opportunity to grow as a person, as a family, as a community, and then obviously as a state. And if we can continue to connect people with the resources so that they can take it to the next level, good things happen.
Holcomb also stated that his favorite accomplishment so far while being the governor of Indiana is the records Indiana is breaking and the power of local leadership.
You mentioned we're breaking records back to back in the first 2 years for new job commitments. We've got a AAA credit rating. We live within our means. We're making record investments in infrastructure, very innovative with Mike and you, Mark, bringing ideas forward here in Du Bois County on like 231. That contract is signed. We're moving forward with a feasibility and environmental study. This wouldn't happen without truly local leadership.
Mark Messmer said that the sit-down interview was an easier way to stay engaged as an audience member when the message is told in a more personal manner. Messmer says that the fact that Holcomb shows how much of a team player he is really reflects on the community.
And I've said it myself, to set the stage for the state, to make the state the best place, and I'll paraphrase it, the best state to live, work, and raise a family. And that covers, educational opportunities for our kids. It covers the community of place that's been really has supported, more from your mayors and your local elected officials. But to have him see those priorities and be a team player, working together to keep all of us, throughout state government, focused on those missions is what I heard, resound most soundly from the governor today.
Local elected officials also taking part in Saturday's Lincoln Day dinner include State Representative Stephen Bartels and Shane Lindauer, as well as State Senator Aaron Houchin, Jasper Mayor Dean Vonderheide, and Huntingburg Mayor Denny Spinner. For WJTS News, I'm Zach Gruber reporting.
Thank you, Zach. Officials with the city of Jasper say workers with the Du Bois Rural Electric Cooperative will be replacing utility poles and additional upgrades this week at the intersection of 36th and Newton Streets. They say the work should begin at 8 a.m. this Wednesday, March 27th, and should be completed by approximately 12 noon that day. Once again, officials with the city of Jasper say workers with the Du Bois Rural Electric Co-op will be replacing utility poles and additional upgrades this week at the intersection of 36th and Newton Streets. They say the work should begin at 8 a.m. this Wednesday, March 27th, and should be completed by approximately 12 noon that day. Motorists are strongly advised to avoid the use of 36th Street at this intersection, located on Jasper's north side, if at all possible, for the safety of both REC employees and motorists. This project will proceed, barring inclement weather or any unforeseen events. The Daviess County Clerk's Office says that anyone who wants to register to vote for the first time, change an address, or make a name change for the May 7th primary election may do so at the County Clerk's Office until 4 p.m. Monday, April 8th. Clerk Janice Williams says you can also register or make address and name changes when you renew your driver's license at the Bureau of Motor Vehicles. The Daviess County Clerk's Office is located on the top floor of the Daviess County Courthouse and is open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. You'll need to bring a photo ID, such as an Indiana driver's license, U.S. passport, or other photo ID card issued by the state of Indiana or the U.S. government. Voters must be 18 years old by the November 5th municipal election to be eligible to vote in the primary election. Indiana's unemployment rate remained steady in February. The Indiana Department of Workforce Development says that the rate was 3.5% in February, as it was in January. The state's unemployment rate remained below the national rate of 3.8%, with the exception of October 2014, when it was equal to the national rate. Indiana's unemployment rate has been below the U.S. rate for more than 5 years. Indiana's labor force had a net increase of nearly 8,000 over the previous month, which was a result of more than 1,750 unemployed residents no longer seeking employment and an increase of more than 6,200 in residents employed. The state says Indiana's total labor force is about 3.4 million. We'll have the local county-by-county February unemployment numbers once they become available. The Indiana Senate recently voted in favor of legislation authored by District 63 State Rep. Shane Lindauer of Jasper to make ambulance membership services more accessible to the elderly and those in rural areas. Lindauer said ambulance service providers have service programs through which individuals can purchase memberships by paying a yearly premium. Lindauer says the annual premiums are typically used to limit or eliminate out-of-pocket costs for ambulance and air ambulance bills not covered by insurance. A membership also helps reduce costs for medically necessary transport for those without insurance. Currently, Indiana law limits these memberships to one-year agreements, but under Lindauer's proposal, ambulance service memberships could be extended to 5 years. Lindauer added that by extending the maximum contract period, Hoosiers will have more opportunity to negotiate lower rates for their ambulance service memberships. He says in other states, multiple-year memberships are offered at a lower rate, making the services more accessible. He says this could be especially beneficial to Hoosiers in rural areas who are often far from a health facility. House Enrolled Act 1094 now moves to the governor for consideration. Visit iga.in.gov to learn more. Lindauer represents Indiana House District 63, which includes portions of Davies, Dubois, Pike, and Martin counties. A concert of sacred music will be presented Saturday, April 6th at 3 p.m. Central Time in the St. Meinrad Archabbey Church, St. Meinrad. The free event is being presented by the Elevare Local Ensemble from Nashville, Tennessee. Elevare was formed with 9 core members in 2018. The name is derived from the Latin word elevare, meaning to elevate, which expresses the members' desire to elevate sacred text and music. Founding member and artistic director Dr. Woo-Sung Kang envisioned forming a professional ensemble with only 1 or 2 people per part to highlight the organic, virtuosic, and expressive quality of sacred choral music. The core members have diverse backgrounds, specializing in various styles, and are involved with many different musical ensembles throughout the southern region of the U.S. The program is free and open to the public. Parking is available in the guest house and student parking lots. For more information, contact Mary Jean Schumacher during business hours at 812-357-6501. For updates on the day of the performance, call 812-357-6611. The Garden Gate Jazz, Art, Wine, and Craft Beer Festival will take place Saturday, April 27th at Market Street Park in Huntingburg. Highlights this year include food trucks, art vendors, beer and wine gardens, and 2 stages of live music. Headlining this year's festival is the Indianapolis-based Kathy Morris Band. Boca Big Band, Olney Central College, Monty Skeleton, and Poco Loco are also scheduled to perform. Huntingburg Chamber of Commerce Director Sarah Schrader says historic downtown Huntingburg has always been the home to the Garden Gate Festival and says they are happy to be back in Market Street Park this year. Schrader calls it a beautiful space and says they are looking forward to a great event. For information, visit GardenGateFestival.com or call the Huntingburg Chamber of Commerce at 812-683-5699. Stay tuned. Weather, sports, inform, and Monday with the Mayor, all still to come on 18 WJTS News.